Hi! In this video I'm gonna show you how I made this octagon-shaped box. I got boards like this for free and I wanna use them for this project. I start by getting rid of the grooves with the thickness planer. Here I'm cutting some 22.5-degree bevels on the bandsaw. I set the jointer fence to 22.5-degree angle and here I'm planing a test piece. Then I chop off the snipe of the test piece and cut that in 8 small pieces. Here I'm testing if my angle is correct using tape. Too loose. I have to adjust it. Now I can plane my actual workpiece. And remove the snipe. And then I cut it in 9 equally sized pieces. This way I can get rid of an ugly knot that was in there. Here's testing the fit with a rubber band. Note the straight piece of wood clamped to the workbench. It keeps things as level as possible. The last joint is a little bit tricky. I don't have there enough glue as you will later see, but as you can see in other joints I have way too much glue. While waiting for that to dry, I can make a wider panel for the lid and the bottom. These pieces help to keep my panel flat. Here I'm removing some of the squeeze out with a really dull chisel and a piece of paper. I orientated the pieces as shown here. That prevents warping, but if I really wanted to prevent warping, I would have ripped the pieces down the middle and then orientated like this. However, every other one looks like a happy face and every other one looks like a sad face. This piece of wood will be the handle. Here I'm cutting away the snipes. And then I cross-cut that down the middle. I glued the pieces together to make a thicker piece for the handle. Here's my homemade non-oscillating spindle sander. And here's checking the alignment. I start by finding the least wobbly side of the ring and then I sand the opposite side. Look what happened when I was sanding. I have to glue it back together. While waiting for that to dry, I can plane my panel. I give each face a light pass through the planer. This thing is way too thin to be face jointed, because you could just flex right into the knives and cause kickback. And here I cut the handle out on the bandsaw. Now I can finally finish the sanding of the ring. When one side of the ring is done, I move the fence a little bit and sand the opposite side. I use the ring as a template for tracing pieces on my wide panel. I trace twice on the outside of the ring and twice on the inside of the ring. Here I'm cutting them out on the jigsaw. I used a narrow blade to help me at the corners. Here's comparing it to a regular blade. I sand some of the pieces. I don't sand all, let me explain you a little more what I'm doing. I sand the small part of the lid undersized so it will fit to the box really easily. And I don't sand the big part of the bottom at all, I will sand it flush later to the sides. Rest I just sand to the lines. If I would just spread glue and clamp the pieces together, they would slide around. So I put there a couple nails and snap them off so that they stick above the surface a little bit. Here I'm just centering it by eye. And I just line it up with the old nail holes. And clamp. I did the same thing for the parts of the lid and the parts of the bottom. I should have done this before I glued the pieces together, and I just wanna make it fit to the octagon sides. There are 8 possible ways how it can go on there. And here I'm gluing it on. I don't spread any glue to the ring, that way I don't get any squeeze out to the inside. Now you can see why I can't just wipe away the squeeze out from the inside. And here I remove the squeeze out on the outside using a professional quality method. I sand the both faces of the lid before gluing on the handle. Here I'm sanding the handle. A lot of sanding. I used the same nail trick on the handle. Here it is glued up. I did not clamp it. Now I can finally send the bottom flush to the sides. I also rounded over the bottom of the box. And more sanding. Here I'm rounding over the octagon's corners. And here I apply an oil finish. The box looks like it's difficult to make, but it's actually a great weekend project. I don't have any plans because I didn't really measure a lot of stuff when I made this. Thanks for watching anyways, and have a great day.